Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. We've got the Tuff block by Delta Mackenzie, and it's got targets all the way around it. In fact, the back side of the flat has your main big target and then four small ones, and then you got two small ones on either side of it, so you can shoot the living snot out of this thing. And it's kind of like a plastic bag covering a foam block. So I got it at Canadian Tire for 50 bucks and it's rated for 40 pounds max, I guess. Well, we're gonna see what 50 pounds does because I kind of readjusted the limbs on my compound last night to go to 50 pounds. So yeah, we're gonna see. But first we're gonna start with the recurve bow at 20 pounds, see how we do. And then we're gonna pull the compound out and see what 50 pounds does to this poor thing, if anything. So, all right, let me get back to where I gotta shoot from. That's gotta be a fluke. Maybe I am getting better. Maybe not. I'm definitely getting better at this. Yep. Well, we got one right at the 10. Nice. And, well, we were closer. Well, let's see how far they actually went in. So, we got about probably 5 inches, close to 6. That's not too shabby. We gotta see 50 pounds. We must know. Some of these went a little deeper, maybe. Now keep in mind with the compound, oh, that's going to be a scary proposition because I haven't shot a compound in years. I don't even know if the last owner even sighted that thing improperly, but I have sights to deal with on it because I got a whisker biscuit in my way. Otherwise, I'd just go without. But let's go grab our compound and see what kind of damage we do. So, instant for you guys. All right, guys, the beast is out. Oh, this is such a nice looking bow. And 50 pounds is a little fun to draw back on, but we're gonna do it anyways. So these arrows were actually custom cut for me by the archery place because the arrows that came with this bow, for some reason they're all a little too short. So, we don't know. Let's see how this thing shoots. And if we can kill the target or not. sound like it got drilled in. Oh, that's different with 50 pounds, man. You're just holding her there with the lead off. Jeez. Oh, Kevin needs to start working out. Holy jeez.
Nice.
I think I figured out which pin is 10 yards.
Nice.
So I would say it's relatively sighted in decently.
That's a solid thump.
Oh, yeah, it's a solid pain on my arm. Well, my holding arm anyways, not my drawing arm. Drawing arm's fine. Love this release.
One more.
One more. I'm hurting. I cry like a baby. Oh, 46 was easier. So I do have to move the sight up a little bit. I think that's how it works. Move it up to put it down. The left and rights are actually really good. But I'm using the red pin, second one down, at 10 yards. So somebody must have been shooting this thing at 5 yards. Like, are you kidding me? That's like wussy. But hey, you know, it is what it is.
How deep did they go?
That's the big question. Let's find out.
Oh. Half of it.
Yeah, they're all through the other side.
Oh!
What is it? This one here? This one's the deepest. Yeah, that went pretty deep. Very nice. So, unless you want to destroy the backside of your good target that you might want to shoot someday, probably maybe 40 pounds, we need to test this. I'm changing the limbs on my recurve. All right, my fine folks and friends, we are back and we have the 40-pound limbs now sitting on our PSE Nighthawk. Let's see how 40 pounds works with the recommended target max. Well, as far as accuracy goes, man, that sucks really bad. But these arrows are not spined for 40 pounds. I've got 2 arrows in the house that'll run in this bow though, so we'll grab those. But penetration is actually pretty good. It's not going all the way through. That's awesome. All right, let's go get those 2 arrows. It'll be instant for you, and we'll see what they're like. All right, we got 2 500 spined arrows. Only drawback is plastic fletches, which you shouldn't be shooting through a recurve, apparently. But we're gonna see properly spined for the proper weight. Got the length under control, just the wrong kind of fletches. That's how we do. Bullseye! Baby! It's in the 10, that's all it counts. Whew. This one I actually saw it hit to the right. I'm like, oh, there's gotta be something wrong with this. Oh, holy cow. All right, one more round. And I think that's going to be it for this video anyway. Then I get to have some fun. Wow, more fun. Yeah, that one's still shooting to the right. Maybe it's the arrow. That one's doing good. However, they get kicked regardless because these aren't just for giving us feathers. So thankfully I did order a dozen arrows with feathers on them because that's what you're supposed to shoot through a recurve anyhow. Is arrows with feathers. There are people that do shoot with the rubberized fletches, but at the same time, I'm actually better with the feathers, either way. So, and of course, so are the arrows. All right, so what do we think of this Tuff block? Well, for 50 bucks, you are not going to go wrong. Let me just undo this thing so we can spin it around for what it is. All right, so once you wear out a front, maybe even your back, you've got the side there, here, and then on the other back side, you got this. So if you really want to challenge yourself, 12, 11, 13, 14, or 11, 12, 13, 14, I don't care how you count it. But yeah, I think for 50 bucks, now like I said, this is a Canadian Tire. And I couldn't find anything that was like this on Amazon, at least not for this kind of money. So not everything is cheap on Amazon, that's for darn sure. So, but it is definitely well worth the money. I am going to check Amazon to see if they actually do have it. I mean, maybe I just wasn't looking at all the right spots on Amazon. which is quite entirely possible. However, between using 20 to 40 pounds, I would definitely recommend this as a target, and you can't go wrong at the price either. Canadian Tire used to carry a really crummy target that was foam. They called it self-healing. Yeah, okay. Anyways, it used to be like literally about this thick, and it was good for 20-pound bows, and that would be it, like max. It's for kids, right? But this handles up to 40, and obviously with 40-pound limbs, yeah, but we are definitely going to be coming back with 40-pound limbs again on this bow once I get my proper arrows in with feathers, because they're definitely going to fly a lot better than what these 500s do that have the plastic fletches. So that really reminds me of all the times I even did crummy right-handed with fletches on recurves. Maybe that was a big part of my problem too. We'll have to address that situation eventually as well. But in the meantime, you guys want a star rating. Well, it definitely handles what it says it's going to handle at the max. 40 pounds, hassle-free. You're not going to break through the other side and destroy the other good target. Plus, all right, 20 pounds definitely. So, authentically, I would say this thing is built exact to what it says it can handle. Now, we know with the compound with 50 pounds, I was way too much. Because, yeah, you shouldn't be going through the other side like that. So, if you're doing that, you've got a pretty not well rated or target that's made for handling that kind of poundage. So, could you imagine what 70 pounds would do on that compound if it was set to 70? Me, I'd probably have a coronary just trying to pull it back, or I'd probably rip my tendons out of my arm. But I got to build my muscles up for archery, because it's not just about it's also back here too, right? So, but yeah, I think that for 50 bucks, you're not going to go wrong. If you can find this on Amazon, like I said, I'm going to check too. But definitely Canadian Tire does carry these. They're $49 or $49.99, friggin' penny thing. Worth every penny, as long as you're not using a bow that's exceeding 40 pounds, because otherwise you're just going to wreck the other side for what? You're going to have no use, right? So, but yeah, stick within the limits of what it says. You're good to go. Now I need to go shopping on Amazon and find myself a decent target that'll handle my 50-pound setup that I have on my compound, because I need to practice with that. And I think the lowest it can be set is 45. I'll have to check my manual again, because I do have the manual for that bow. But I don't want to, detune, retune. I just want to have it at 50 pounds. This way, if I want to shoot deer with it, or I want to shoot something bigger than deer, I'm already ready to go, and then I practice with the weight that I'm dealing with. This isn't actually bad for holding back 40 pounds, even for a few extra seconds. So it's not bad. I think I need to start practicing more with this, but my 700 spined arrows, they're not made for 40 pounds. So, but at least they don't seem to be. They shoot way nice with 20. Magnifique. So there you go. Worth every penny, but I'm going to put it at a solid 4 out of 5. And it's not because it can't handle 50 pounds. It specifically says 40. And we proved that 50 is definitely way too much. I was hoping it could have handled at least 50, but apparently not so much. So anyway, that's what we got for you on this one. Thanks so much for watching. Glad you stopped in to see what was going on here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, and we'll be sure to catch you on the next one. See ya!